So hi everyone, this is a game called Gangstar. It's a kind of battle royale game, but actually got a good, interesting twist. You're kind of a GTA guy, and you just have to complete objectives or kill other players for money. You can request access on the Steam page, so I can link it below. But yeah, I'd recommend checking it out. The lobby's pretty good. Yeah, apologies, I forgot to click record on the audio, so I've got no audio throughout all of this, embarrassingly enough. So apologies for that. You're not really missing anything. It's just kind of pretty standard stuff. But yeah, it's a cool little lobby area. Like these like NPCs just kind of like explain various parts of the mechanics, but I think maybe there'll be vendors or something in the final game. This works pretty much perfectly. There was only a few things that was in like one shader or one eye or not, but I turned down light culling and turned off volumetric clouds, and then it was basically perfect. I could see. Actually changed to like a tiny world scale. It's quite fun. And spoilers, I absolutely dominate my first match, and I win. And I was thinking maybe these were bots, but I think they were real players, because we were queuing up, waiting for people. It does have kind of like a Saints Row vibe, but like not modern Saints Row, like old school Saints Row vibe. So GTA at home, a little bit. So yeah, there's like some different skins and stuff. There's like a battle pass. Well, this is alpha, so it's just kind of like testing it, I guess. Not quite sure when this will come out. But yeah, it's like a third person shooting. You get very much like picking up all the different coloured loot and all that kind of jazz. You can customize weapons, armor, emotes, the whole shebang. I am a sucker for in-game TV screens that are showing like little clips of videos of stuff. I really do like that in a game. So yeah, there's like a leaderboard as well of like overall players. It's like, oh, that's a fancy skin. I actually unlocked that right at the end. So yeah, we found a match because I just got linked to this randomly on Discord, and Gangstar New York, Gangstar New York. So this is when I see actually the volumetric clouds are only in one eye, and like clipping on the top. So yeah, just turn that off and it fixes it. So yeah, it's I was surprised. I had no idea what this game was before starting, but I suddenly steal a Mini Cooper and I'm driving around. Actually, looking at it back now, this has kind of got like a crackdown aesthetic to it, which is really cool. Yeah, and the map was surprisingly big. I was kind of expecting typical Battle Royale stuff. So these are like the loot crates that you'll get, like gear. Now, I don't even use these, but I don't even realise I have them, but they're like hover boots. If you press jump and hold it, you get like a little jetpack thing. So you can do objectives like hacking ATMs, doing like things across the map, but there's other players doing them as well, and they can kill you and loot your bag. So it's the same colour Mini. But I'm impressed for an alpha. It's relatively polished. I mean, there's some jank. I try and run over a player later, and it just doesn't work. It looks really good. It's not UEVR, I think it's 4.27. I'd have to double check though. So there's some player over there shooting, and there's some actually pretty good like cover mechanics. Now the crosshair is a bit kind of like jank, I think, because I put it to tiny world scale. So it's like a slide. I didn't even realise. There's no tutorial apart from those little videos. So that was a player I just killed. I don't know what happens when you die, because I don't die in this game. I don't know if you respawn or not. Maybe you respawn. But it's just like whoever gets the most money. So. And it seems like there's regenerating health. I was a bit worried about like, oh, I've taken a bunch of damage now, what do I do? Just like there's different ammo types. I've got like a shotgun here. So this is when I realised, oh, I've got regenerating health. And then there's like police that just will attack you like GTA and other players. and like other kind of hostile NPCs. I'm just grabbing a car here. So you see, I've run over this player and it's just absolutely nothing. I'm like, I need to kill this guy, and another player kill. So I don't realize now, but I realized later, if you tap Y, then you have to like king of the hill hover over these things, or you can press hold and you like carry them. And I'm like totally not understanding the mechanic until later on. But people were generally dropping like pretty small amounts, so it seemed like from playing you kind of want to pick these up right at the end, honestly, because you'd kill a player and they'd have like 20-50 grand. Seems like the AI is like pretty dumb. It seems like you're relatively tanky as well. I don't know if I'm more tanky because this is my first match and it's just like trying to get people. But yeah, I was like, the diversity of this like little city is pretty cool. And yeah, there's like a crackdown kind of semi-future vibe to the vehicles. And yes, it's a bit like campy, kind of superpowery. Seeing another player here. So he seems like he's kind of affected. It seems like picking up the... And I don't know how to switch weapons. I'm like completely not figuring this out. Yeah, so at this point I don't know this mechanic yet with the bags. I'm trying to think, what gun do I have? Is that better? Is that an upgrade? It is. I even picked up a taxi. I think you can even do like taxi mini games like you did in GTA. But yeah, when I saw early access battle royale, I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. I'll try it out for a little bit. But surprisingly fun. So pleasantly surprised. So jump up in here. We get we've got blue. The armor very much needed. Very much needed. And you kind of have to watch the police because it seems like they do quite a lot of damage. So yeah, there's like an objective over there for like a deal. So the little blue markers are objectives. It's like some deal. The shooting is actually, it feels pretty good, especially when you start using the cover like that. It's pretty good. Man, I'm such an... One of the things, I'm kind of busy. I just wanted to record this, test it works. I didn't want to play a whole nother match. I don't know how long this alpha's running for, but it's really cool. And I don't know on launch if it's something that gets like easy anti-cheat. It probably will. And this VR mode will probably just not work. So maybe enjoy it while you can, like the ephemeral experience of this. And I didn't see like a first person mode, but I don't know if there is one. It would be cool for like first person driving. I probably could have done a camera offset, but I was too in the zone for the multiplayer gameplay. So I just drove around, and I'm like kind of realizing at this point how big the world is. So yeah, there's like I've set up I've got like a wanted level, I think. The UI is a little bit small. I'd probably zoom that in a bit and closer just to make it a bit bigger. I'm liking the look of that truck. It looks kind of like a Rivian, I don't know. But I'd imagine this will probably do pretty well. It's like, I mean, you can shoot from the window as well. Yeah, combining like the GTA elements. I mean, GTA 5 is like a ridiculous moneymaker. So I see another... I'm not just shooting from my car. I think those are pedestrians. Ooh, I've got blue shotguns and I quickly realised like they're eating my shield right now. So I just need to go. And then I see this thing and I'm like, what is that? And there's like quite a lot of verticality to this game. It's like this zipline thing, very smooth. And there's like objectives on top of buildings. Kind of like hyperspace, but without so much movement. But that was super cool, flying over this. So, and I was getting shot at by the police as I was going over. So yeah, that's when I like, don't think I exactly realised, but I was like, wait, what was that? Was that jetpad boots? Because there's like a mantle thing where you can mantle over stuff. So yeah, it's combining GTA, Fortnite, Saints Row, Crackdown. But yeah, it looks really good, and there's no DLSS or anything, but it was running really smooth. So yeah, I'd like to just find this random objective on top of this building. This is like a radar tower, and I get to see all the other players in a second once I do this objective. So you just kind of stand there and like, oh. I started noticing the little kind of bars. So that's the size of the world. The map and stuff all works. Playing with a PS5 controller. Yeah, like just little details like the signs and like, yeah. The end of a player right below me. And yeah, I'm using my like hover boots now. So I see 16 grand, and I think this is where I kind of figure out that you have to do like a little King of the Hill mini game with it. And it doesn't go up the zip line, unfortunately. So I'm seeing press to loot, press and hold to carry, and I'm like, and then I see the bar. So now I know you just have to stand and like guard one of these until someone comes. And yeah, there you go. I've got the money. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how the weapon stuff works. And then yeah, another ATM. And then there's like objectives like kill 3 players, do 10 objectives, drive this far, do this kind of stuff. So it kind of feels good, because I feel like if you don't want to really focus on PvP, you can just like do some PvE content, or just kind of like mess about in the world, I think. And there's no like circle that's like encroaching on you. There is like a time of day, so it does get nighttime, and there's like a fog effect that rolls in a second. But there's no like circle or anything you have to be worried about. That I know of. I don't know if like they start putting the player icons on the map. It's like little drones flying about. And I'm like, oh, another random objective. But yeah, now I pick up the rest of the money, and I'm thinking, oh, it's a really pretty game. Really pretty game. Go back down to the city level. Yeah, it's really bright, colourful. It's just yeah. I've been playing a lot of dark grey horror games, so it's nice to have some colour. And yeah, the bus was a bad idea. I like the NPCs, they're actually kind of like interesting. So I hear like some gunshots around here, and I'm like, oh, there's a player. They just have like a red outline, almost die. But he dropped a purple gun. That sets me up for, well, for later, but all the cops are getting me. I'm like, oh, I need to make a move. Grab another car. It looks like a BMW i3. Or like a, what's that, Volkswagen ID3 as well. So now we've got this like modifier, I guess it's like a match modifier where we get like a fog, limited visibility. Just driving around. Oh, I see the so I see this like yellow money sign, and I'm like, well, I'm doing pretty well. Let's go to that. There's probably other players there, right? So yeah, it's got interesting stuff, especially in VR. Like, there's a lot to just look around at, and it's kind of nice just kind of like being aware of your surroundings at all times, especially when playing a multiplayer game like this. But I don't think it's too much of like a competitive advantage. I know I completely win here, but like my crosshair's like not accurate because of my camera offset, so I'm also handicapping myself a little bit. So I noticed this thing, and I think this basically wins me the match, like a 300 grand King of the Hill, basically. I just have to sit for a while. NPC decides to just like emote next to me for a while. Everyone's a jogger. I did pick a different skin in the main menu, but maybe I didn't equip it before we launched. It's like the default skin. But yeah, it's nice. There's like so there's little drones and things. I mean, it's a little bit cyberpunk at home, but I think it depends on what the price of this game is going to be. Like, I see a battle pass at its Game Loft, so maybe it'll be paid with some battle pass. Or I mean, honestly, this probably should be free to play, just to get more players. But like, if it's paid with some battle pass stuff, I mean, that's probably going to be good as well. I feel like they could chuck some bots in here, and you could still have fun. To be fair, the human players I've encountered so far have been basically bots. Back in the good old-fashioned Mini Cooper. Like, looking around, it's like, okay. Oh, the player. That does not pause the game. Easy clap. And because it's like a early alpha, I bet a lot of players don't know like to go gear in the controls, kind of like me. So I feel like I'm kind of out-geared with my blue armor and purple gun. Interesting, like, a light effect around the wheels. No idea. So I know a lot of battle royale games have a problem here with you have a bunch of stuff. Oh yeah, I figure out the grenade button. There's a bunch of stuff like next to each other, and I'm trying to get in the car, and I'm like swapping my gun, and then I'm like, you know what? I can't. I just need to leave. It's not accurate enough. And then the good old GTA run in to find a vehicle. Yeah, I was checking out the NPC. So we got purple armor, we got purple gun, we got some hover boots. I think we're pretty good. And we're at the top of the leaderboard. Yeah, I don't know whether killing people boots them back to the lobby. This guy's going too fast. But he's in a queue. And you know what? I'm going to steal the taxi. And yeah, this little NPC here says I can go pick people up. So I don't know if I can just do like non-violent activities. It's weird that yellow marker's kind of still on the map. I don't know if you could lure people and just watch when people... Oh, here we go. Another player. Hide behind. It does seem to be like Gears of War cover. See, this guy's got a bunch of money now. Yeah, I don't know if there's like a Gears of War cover system. It didn't seem to snap to anything, but you can just kind of like crouch, and it seems like there's a lot of like wall... Oh, here we go. We've got all the players now. All the players are converging. This guy's 50k. 50k. This guy's got... Now I can hear gunshots and craziness. And yeah, there's another player. It seems like you can still pick the thing up and be relatively close. So you can kind of just king of the hill this. And I've run out of ammo, so I'll switch to that. Switch to this blue one. Another player. Oh, is it gold? You can gold weapons. Now I'm really like setting myself up for the victory here. Yeah, I'm winning. So I do one, do the second one. I can hear another player, I think. Yeah, that's going to be another player. Yeah, I was looking at that car, I was like, is that a person driving that? Because they were driving like a maniac, but no. So you see, look, there is some collision. So just drive around. I can see there's on the below the map there's a timer ticking down, which I guess is like you've got 15 minutes or 20 minutes to get as much money as you can, and then whoever's got the most money wins. And I'm like, oh yeah, let's get some. Now this is where I actually realised they're hover boots. And I'd actually used them before and I didn't realise. I'm like, oh, there's that looks like an objective down there. And it is, stop the mugger. This thing I don't think is that long range. It's like an LMG. So now I'm looking at the crosshair is actually relatively accurate on the flat screen recording, but like in VR it seems slightly off. I think I messed with the world scale. So it seems like I picked up a bunch of ammo. I don't know if I should have grabbed that armor because I'm not quite sure where that is on the screen. I feel like maybe I've used it all. And it's like, oh, steal this car. I'm like, oh, do I kill this guy? I don't know. And I don't know whether that gave me money or not, or I had to deliver it somewhere. I'm not quite sure. I mean, it looks very nice. A nice baby blue. Yeah, all the signs and stuff are cool. And I'm like, yeah, I've got this. I've got this in the bag. I'm just going to try and find like some more objectives. See if I can get some more money. Yeah, very cool. Very cool game. I'm actually more interested in this now I've played it. Like, if looking at the name Gangstar, it's pretty cringe. And like the screenshots look pretty cringe as well. It just looks like a Fortnite game. But I was surprised. Like, look, we've got like daytime now, or I mean nighttime, and it looks super crisp, and seems pretty low stakes. I'd imagine whatever they have in the battle pass is going to be a bunch of cosmetics, isn't it? But the gameplay's fun. Don't know how long I'd actually play this for, but the ATM, I'm like, are they guarding it? I don't know. Or they're dead. There we go, winner, 500,000. Absolutely smashed it. 10 kills. 10 player kills. Gangstar, New York, alpha build. So then we go back into the lobby, and I noticed I've got a bunch of stuff in the battle pass. I did have to turn on my cursor because it seems like the controller wasn't super friendly with the screen. Well, I managed to do a little bit, but then I just kind of gave up and wanted to click. So these are like emblems, emotes, character skins. Like that guy from Cyberpunk wants to meet you at the restaurant. And someone actually sent me a friend request. Must have done well during that game. You can pick like avatars and stuff. So yeah, got a new character. Pretty cool looking. I like this lobby. The lobby is very, very neat. And there's other players running around. It's cool. Hot car chick. Always good. So yeah. That is Gangstar.